Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live again for the third time today. If you watch my nose and ear waxing video from Cuatro Cinco Studios this time in my mom's basement, and I am copying the link to share in Telegram, and I'm gonna share it on Twitter as well. And we'll see if Don jumps in. I told Don I was jumping on again. Hopefully he can join us. If not, that's okay too. Let's see here. Paste that one. There we go. Yeah. So this is in our Telegram at t.me/anti-gravity saga. And now I'm putting it out on Twitter. We go back to my home profile. Here I am on take 2. And then we will post that one. There we go. So now the link is on Twitter and it's also in our Telegram as well. So check that out. Okay, notifications. Peso Dude's already liking the podcast, and we were just talking earlier about Peso Dude, how I was conflicted because you have this opportunity to build and focus on what you can control, which honestly, that's really the takeaway. That's the best thing to know. If you focus on stuff that you have no control over, you're going to be pretty unhappy. And it's better to just build and put your energy towards efforts of things that you can create. And that's true. It does suck to have a project on Pulse Chain at this time, just because the market is not at all been pumping for us. But at the same time, glass is half empty, glass is half full. You can either be like, hey, people are dumping the markets down, it's not great, or hey, Tracy G, good to see you. Or you can bring your perspective of, hey, I can finally buy some dark matter or PTGC or anything that's down that's on sale right now. King Queen Puis, everything's basically taking a nap right now. So for those of you that were upset about $100 hex, you can now get 4 for that price, which is kind of cool. And the other thing is, like, we've been actually handling the sell pressure very, very well. Even though it's like a decent amount has been dumped on the market, especially considering 1 million. Like we can get into that again, actually, a little bit more about how much dark matter there really is. You don't have enough dark, you don't have enough fuel cells. And right now, you're thinking, yeah, I have plenty of dark, it's going down. But in the future, it may, the supply, the scarcity that we have planned on this is, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We got Don in the green room, but he's on. He does not have a microphone or a camera, so he's most likely in his car or running to the studio. There he is. How you doing, bro?
Excellent. Am I on? Oh, there we go.
You're on. Yeah.
No camera. I'm on mobile, so I had it swapped over to the to phone.
I did a mobile live stream of my nose and ear waxing.
How was it? You got the eyebrows done too?
Yeah, she trimmed the eyebrows. She didn't wax them.
Gotcha.
She just trimmed them up so they're not so Wolfman. But yeah, it went really good. I was just talking about how these the dip is a blessing and a curse, right? Because
absolutely,
it sucks to see your number go down on your chart, but at the same time, there's so many people, like I said, that wanted to buy it at $20, $30, $40 before, and didn't have the chance to now. Ta-da! You have the chance,
dude. I hope that this is added to the crypto reserve. So there was just an announcement that Trump had signed an EO that an executive order that wasn't just Bitcoin reserve, but it was that there's going to be a large national crypto reserve. So not
Oh,
just
so he's
Bitcoin. That
saying
could be
not
bullish
just
for
Bitcoin.
Ethereum. Yep. Crypto reserve.
Yeah, because as much as Ethereum sucks, and it does suck,
Yes.
it's still considered a blue chip in the
53% of all total value locked on all blockchains, they say, is on Ethereum.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's big. That's substantial.
It is back-to-back streams. Bull market begins.
Yeah.
Listen, we've gotten so much good news in crypto in general in the last 2 days. The fact that everything's not pumping right now just blows my mind. It confuses the hell out of me. I don't get why people aren't like off to the races again.
They are with just like as just on Sol with dumb little tickers. I mean, like Microsoft, MySpace, like you name it, the ticker you can name. People are doing it, and you're just watching the money flow from people that don't have much to people that got a lot. You know, it's like it's not the place to go to have long-term wins. It's just a really, really volatile casino that if you go to sleep on a play, you're gonna lose all your dough the next morning. You know.
Right. Yeah, and it's a full-time job gambling and degenning, man. Like you said,
100% it is.
you got to be in that special group at the beginning, and then you got to be able to sell when the money comes in. So it's very much a timing game.
Exactly.
Anything with AI and stocks is good. Yeah. So the AI stocks, I guess, are doing a rally right now.
Yeah, the AI. There was one that McAfee launched. So John McAfee had launched one on his official. I mean, obviously he's dead, but on his official Twitter account last night, which I don't know if his wife has access to, or if it got hacked.
Yeah,
but
I
it was an
think
AI
I like to
coin.
retweeted that because someone was talking about like the legacy of John McAfee.
And you go to the site and you can talk to him via AI, and so it's like a McAfee AI coin. And I mean, I don't know, but it's just it's everything is. I mean, when dead people are starting to launch meme coins, dude, that's a wild time.
I'm waiting for the Tupac and Biggie coins.
Oh, dude, that. Listen, you do one of those on Solana right now, I'm telling you, dude, might go bonkers for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it might be. Let's pull up the chart real quick here. I was just gonna share.
I'm joining on a different device now. One moment.
Oh, okay.
1 second. There we go. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, I'm gonna drop off this one.
Boom. Okay. There we go.
Excellent.
And you guys can all join. Obviously, you probably have stuff to do. You might be at work, so maybe you can't drop everything and join the stream. But if you're chilling at your house, or if you're in another time zone where it's your evening, or you just woke up with your coffee, jump on and say hi. Metallica coin may be the top.
Metallica coin. Dude, it's I wouldn't be surprised if it's already happened in the last 2 days on the shitcoin networks, you know.
Yeah. But let's go to our special little guy here.
Dude, we didn't bring up the fact that we did fact check Grok on its on the link that it had on its in its original when it was open source.
On the one that was talking about Pulse Chain, right?
Yes. So I tweeted that out, and also, but it was many other. You were the one that told me about it. Other people had tweeted it out first, but I fact checked Grok, and I asked it I just asked it to say, because sometimes I've noticed if you ask AI and you make a suggestion and it doesn't know the answer, or if it just almost assumes that you're right a lot of times. Like I've realized that it will literally lie to me. I'll say, why did Notre Dame win on Monday, and it'd be like, oh, they won, but it should say, oh, and you might be wrong. They didn't win. Well, we checked we asked the same Pulse Chain question, and it said, yes, indeed, I did have that link originally in my code. And then we asked it, why did you, same thing. I just replaced Pulse Chain with Solana, and it said, oh, you must be mistaken. The only link that I had to any crypto in my original code was to Pulse Chain. So that's interesting, dude. Like actual Grok connected to Pulse Chain. That's I mean, confirmed as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
that's history now as far as Grok's concerned.
Yeah. What's crazy about that I'm noticing about the chart here is you got these dumps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the dumps are pushing the price down. We're down to, well, how are we at $27 again?
Yeah.
Oh, someone must have come in and done a nice fat buy.
Yeah.
But
Someone.
no, you know what's weird is these aren't big buys. So like, check it out. The dumps are like right here. They're dropping like, let's see. This is when we were $50.
You're looking for one where it's like an even number of dark, or where?
I'm just looking at the chunks of it. So this person sold 5, 5, 5, 5, 18.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
18, and this person sold 18. This person, these are selling like 1, 2, 3, and the prices, this is crazy. The price is like $70 back here.
Right.
So price went up to $70, and then it was like, these are all just like little cells, back to 100. This one we were 100. Let's keep going. Sorry, that's in January 23rd. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the amounts instead of the price. So let me go back here to the price. Apologies. So here's where it's $29, right? We're sitting around $29. And then you got a cell of 22, 25, 26, 28, 26, 27. But the buys are much, much less than the sells.
Right.
Which obviously is why the price is going down. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like 28 sold, 26 sold,
Mm-hmm.
and then just a few are picked up.
Yeah.
So as you can see, our limited supply of tokens is already holding up the price pretty damn well.
Yep.
Because
Exactly.
the wells are still holding for the most, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
25 here. And then, like I said, there's only 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. It's buying it up slowly, but the bots and I think also some retailers that have noticed it going on sale. But boom, 19 dropped, and then you got about 15 bought back, and then 16 dropped, and then about 14 dropped back, and then 16 dropped and 14 bought back.
Right.
11 dropped. So it's kind of crazy. Like these guys, I'm assuming they're going to be, sold out. But
yeah.
Let's see, 4D62A, 4D62A. We'll see if they're on our list. 42. What did I say? 4262A.
Yeah.
4262A.
62A.
No, that's not it.
Or did you say 6D2A?
Oh, this is someone else's address right here.
It's not 6D.
This is someone that's all sold out. This is the one that was all sold out of dark. Let me go back to dark up here. There we go. There's dark address. Yep, this is the one we want. And then let me go back to the chart. Yeah, 4D62A. 4D62A. See, 4D62A doesn't exist under the holders, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or hey, let me go to this one right here. Nope, it's not listed under. It's funny, our holders right now are 1666. So 6 being the sixth planet from the sun, Saturn. Yeah. 6 is the number of time, or Kronos, who is the god of Saturn. Interesting stuff. But again, yeah, this person isn't on here. They're not on this list. They're not a holder of dark. So either they sold all their dark, or they're selling it through a bridge or a mask of some sort. But either way, that's going down. But if you look at this, it's bounced quite up, right back up to 27. So it only went down to 24, 25. That's not bad. Not bad at all, no. Considering the dumping that's taking place. Like people are dumping, and it seems to be absorbing it pretty well. This is the dark and the solid X pair, which still has, they're selling it into the biggest liquidity pair, or it's being routed through here. We're still sitting at 114,000 tokens.
Right.
So you can sell or buy quite a bit, and we're not really going to break this range. unless something big comes through, some big buy, some big sell. But that's incredible. We're at $27 because, as you can see on, let me go back here to the TA chart, the one with our 46-day cycle, right here. It's on Pulse, and as you can see, this is our bull and bear. We've crossed our MACD is crossed over. It was kind of like touching here yesterday, and then it crossed today. But as you can see, a lot of momentum coming up right here and then across. But either way, this bull did not perform the same way. This bull right here did really good. Obviously, we didn't have as much liquidity back then, but we pumped, 134x, and then came down had our FUD landing with our bears, and then this bull, it seems as though it's not a great bull. I mean, it did go from $12 up to 50, which isn't bad.
It's not
bad. But the truth is, like, if it had like rallied all the way through like this first one, then we may have broken our all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the secret sauce that everyone is sleeping on with dark and sleeping on with fuel cells.
Mm-hmm.
Is we minted more fuel cells in Journey 2 than in Journey 1.
That's
with
crazy.
Less of the evil address.
Mm-hmm.
So this 18% of the total supply that's locked in the treasury, that's gone. That's going to take a very, very long time for that money to go into the fuel cells. And then it's a question of whether or not people vaporize, whether it even hits the market.
Yeah.
So right here, this one could very easily be locked up for a very long time, 18%, and you still have 50% of the total supply in the hands of the evil address.
Yep.
Fact, 522,000 darker in the evil address set to mint.
Yeah, that's so bananas. I don't think people get that.
Well, let's do some quick math right here. Quick maths. We got 522,627 tokens in there.
Yep.
And roughly, you're going to get 77% of that in the treasury when they mint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 402,000 tokens.
Out of 1 million.
That's 40% of the entire supply headed to the treasury, then headed to the fuel cells. You do not have enough fuel cells.
Not at all.
You don't have enough fuel cells. That's what this was designed to harness, this economic energy and hold it like a balloon and then get squozen to where the gas turns into liquid.
Yep.
Okay. So that's just there. That's not counting, like, obviously the lottery could go back on the market at any time because you can scrape and dump that. No one knows for sure what's going to happen there, but that means that at least 40% is going to join this 18%. So it's 58% locked up in fuel cells or the treasury.
Yep.
Without anyone minting ever again.
Yep. Period.
Yeah. So about 60% is going to end up in the treasury without people playing the game. So what happens if people play the game, Don? What happens if these whales continue to mint, if these other people that are trying to get as many tokens as they can get their hands on, if these guys play the game, and a lot of these, look at this, the front page has got like 12 liquidity pairs.
Yeah.
12 or 15 liquidity pairs on the front page.
Yeah, the contracts. I mean, the question, I mean, when if that happens, I mean, again, you're talking about tokens that become so hard to get your hands on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you talk about all the economic energy basically going into the cells. It's everything goes in there, and it's almost like one thing I was thinking earlier is just think of your hex stake, right? Like, first of all, a hex stake, if it would be tradable, but imagine if, for 45 days after you basically entered a hex stake, you got, $1 million+ in a lottery, in 3 different lotteries. that were just all cherries on top when all you cared about was your hex stake in the first place. I think so many people think about the lottery, which is so fun and awesome, but you're basically getting something that has better yield than a hex stake.
I always think of winning the lottery as a rebate.
Yeah, that's a good.
Like, you know, when you
good
go
way
to
to put it. Yeah,
Costco and stuff, and you buy some big electronics or appliance, and it's like mail this
Yep.
in for you get a mail-in rebate of $200, $300.
Yep.
So you're basically getting $200, $300 off of there. That's the way I look at the lottery personally. But you know, a lot of people are like, "Hey, man, I won the lottery. I'm gonna go party," and I support both of those.
Yeah.
Like you can do whatever you want with your lottery winnings. You can do whatever you want with your dark. You know,
Absolutely.
I am gonna try to convince one of the whales to start playing the game here in a little bit if I have the opportunity to. But other than that, I mean, think about it. This is the nuts. This is nuts.
Yep.
This whale right here with 4% has I think they minted like 20 or 22. Like they minted a little bit. It's almost like they were testing to see if it worked.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't minted any since then. It didn't. No J2s here.
Interesting.
Which is very interesting. And then you come down to, you know, the 6100 right here. This person has 2 fuel cells from the airdrop.
Right.
So without this minting and without this whale minting, we still beat the 116,000 J1s that we minted in, you know, in J1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think it'll ever happen again.
No, I mean, it would be.
I don't think the tokens are there.
Exactly.
Unless this person apes completely in on the next mint, or even this 6,000 is not going to tip the scales that much.
So let me ask you this. Does that mean that it's impossible for the lottery to get bigger than it currently is?
Well, right now the lottery is a mathematical formula.
Right. No, I know.
Very simple. Right now, no matter what you do, it's 1 1/4, 3 3/4, 7 1/2.
Yeah.
Because that's just how the math works out.
Right.
Because just based on percentages of winning and how many winners there are.
Right.
Because you can basically just take 121,543 times 0.048, so about 5%. Oh,
you did 0.5, yeah.
0.48. So we know that we're going to have about 5,834 winners total.
Yep.
Now we got to divide that by 3 because we got 3 drawings.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have about 1,000, and it rounds up. So it's going to be 1,945 winners in each drawing.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is take this amount right here, the 10%, the 2430. I guarantee it's going to equal 1 1/4. Right?
Yeah.
Like, check this out. Let's do this. So it was 1945. So year after World War II ended, I think, right?
Yep.
So 2430 divided by 1945 gives you 1 1/4 or 1.249. So just under 1 1/4 per winner right there. And then if you 3x this, because it's going to be 3 times bigger, then you get 3 3/4 basically, almost 3 3/4. And then if you times that by 2, because this one's 6x, then you get, I messed that up. Let's go back. Sorry about that. Okay, so if you had, it was like 3.748 or something like that, right? Times 2
numbers
equals 7.5-ish. Now this is all based on what is earmarked for this journey, because as you can see, if we go back to the supply, we have 38,000. So there's 38,000 tokens in the treasury.
Right.
But a lot of those are already earmarked for the winners of J1. Mostly the evil address winning, and he hasn't scraped. And a bunch of other people that got airdrops that don't know they won, they haven't scraped.
Right.
So That's pretty interesting. So it does go off of whatever's earmarked for the current journey. However, if someone were to find a way to hack someone else's winnings and put them into this jackpot, then the jackpot would actually go higher and that formula would be changed.
Right.
So instead of 1 1/4, 3 1/4, 7 1/2, it depends on how much this is increased by.
Right.
And in a totally unrelated subject, we have this fuzzy button over
That's
here
what I'm
on the
wondering.
evil address.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Completely unrelated. Look, it's even on another page, guys.
Yeah.
But you got this fuzzy button here, which it seems like the collective is working really hard on right now. And if you look at the amount of winnings that the evil address has gained in Journey 1 and is projected to win in Journey 2, I mean, well, I can tell you what it is. I think I can tell you what it is. Let's see here. So I pull up the calculator, and let's see. There were 67,000 in the first one and some change,
Yeah.
right? And then there were 60,000 in the second one, give or take. So we're looking at about 127 fuel cells, right?
Yep.
And I think we'd have to do an average of the winnings, but basically, if it won the average of, 4.8%, then roughly 6,000 of these would be winners,
Right.
right? And so even if it won the small or the let's just go by the medium amount.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
let's say
fair.
that it averaged. Actually, what is the average of those three?
Well, let's see. Wouldn't it be? Gosh, let's see. If we did
1.25 plus
0.75
3.5 plus 7.5
so 12 point.
equals divided by 3. So the average is about
4.8.
4 and some change, right? So
Yep.
6,000 winners, give or take, times 4 and some change.
16666.
So about 25,000 tokens
Yep.
that the evil address has won so far.
That's juicy.
So if you could get to these 25,000, and you know what? Let's look at it at today's price. Let's say $25, right?
Yep.
25 bucks. So evil address is sitting on about $600,000, $28,000. A good over $500,000. The evil address is sitting on over $500,000 of lottery winnings that it is not doing. It's not even scraping. It's just hoarding.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's
The
interesting.
hack team needs to be. They've got to be working full time at whatever they're doing.
That's 25,000 is a crazy amount of tokens. It's 2.5% of the entire supply.
It's a disgusting amount of tokens. Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. And for
Nope.
those of you that missed the window, you guys have 32 more, almost 33 more days to tell you can mint in J3. So J3, that would be very interesting because I'm just going to guess that we get close to 90,000 minted in J3 because evil address is minting around 50, I believe.
Yeah. The next one. Yep.
Collective. And we noticed that this is actually incorrect. We need to update this one. But basically it's close. It's like 350 off from here, I think. Wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. 250, I thought. 350.
Yeah. So 54,000 is what it's set to mint. So if it mints 54,000, let's say that the community mints half of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 78,000. So somewhere between 80,000 and 100,000 is what I think this is going to be minted, which
Right.
means if you go 80 to 100,000 times 0.2, let's just go 80,000. Oh, 20% of that is going to go into so 16 grand. So on the low end, we're looking at 16,000 tokens in J3's jackpot.
Yeah.
And then that would follow the exact same formula that we have already, which is, again, that's 1.25, 3.75, 7.5. Again, not bad rebate. If you look at it as a rebate, it's not bad. Obviously, no one's going to make money on, well, I shouldn't say no one's going to make money. No one's going to increase their dark through the lottery alone.
Right.
It's mathematically impossible because more comes out than goes in. Right. So if that's the case, that playing the lottery is it's icing on the cake, but the fuel cell and the treasury is the cake.
That's the cake
here. And it's a cake that you can set it and forget it. You buy your fuel cells,
literally forget it.
And you come back in 100 years and they're going to have their same earmarked treasury.
Yep.
It's still just going to be sitting there waiting for you. So I don't think people understand how few a million tokens is, right?
So tiny, dude.
There's a million tokens. 500 of them are burnt forever. Another 12 or 13 are burnt in liquidity.
Yep.
Which again, 500 tokens, no one even missed. You could literally take 500 pulse tokens right now and throw them at someone, and they're not going to feel it. But 500 tokens here, even at today's price, what is that? 500 times 25.
Yeah, it's over 100,000, right? No, 12. Sorry, over 10,000.
12 grand.
Yeah.
So that's 12 grand. That's a meaty piece. That's enough to pay off your car.
Yeah.
A decent amount of money. I would stop and pick that up on the side of the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So yeah, and then you got the mystery box. So we're already at 70% right here between the evil address and the treasury, and then you got 12 more percent here with the with the mystery box, which has been providing a lot of liquidity and doing a lot of the giveaways. Very, very, very generous, if I do say so myself, place. But if you add that up, 70, it's 82%. So 82% of the entire supply is an evil address, the mystery box, and the treasury. It's almost as though someone designed this for all the economic energy to basically end up in the treasury at the end of this.
That's what it sounds like.
It's almost as if that was what they were thinking.
It's almost as though that was designed.
Yeah, and if this address starts minting again, or providing liquidity, or all sorts of things, then that would be a lot fewer. I mean, as far as I can tell, this address has not sold any dark.
Right.
Yeah, no dark sold there, and then of course here's the excuse me. This is the jackpot box right here with 38,000. So we'll see if the evil address doesn't scrape, then the lottery box, the jackpot box, is going to overtake this well. And then of course this guy 8090. I can't believe how many fuel cells they've bought and how many fuel cells
I know.
They have gone in with $11,000 buys every time dark drops. They're like munching it up at tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, they get it.
This address 8090 understands something that most people don't. That's all I'm going to say. This person's pretty smart in my book.
Shrewd. Yeah.
Shrewd. Yes. And then we got this person right here. We actually saw one of their stacks disappear because there were 4 10s. Now there's 3 10s. So one stack went into minting, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And I believe if you look into these ones, you have some money. There's some money being pooled and some LP right there. And then, of course, you got Randy Larcy, who's minted. He won big on the lotteries in the first go. In fact, I'm going to have to see how many J2 fuel cells this person minted.
Yeah.
Let's just copy them and take them. Let's take them where we take everybody. We'll take them off to D Bank so we can actually see what's going on here. So this is the NOPE token. And if we go to NFTs, I wish it would actually just show you a number here, but it doesn't always show you a number. It'll usually just say greater than 1,000. So here's their fuel cells. In fact, if you click on fuel cell, it'll tell you if you've registered, which this one has registered with the bank, and the mystery box is registered with the bank. So you can see that the mystery box is sitting in the lead so far outside of the evil address with 57,211 tokens between J1 and J2. And NOPE token is sitting at 13,806. So I don't know how many are in J1 and how many are J2 just by looking at this.
Right.
But damn. Like, I think that the NOPE token holder that guy is, let's just say Randy. I think Randy's going to do really, really good at the J2. He's been pretty open with some of his wins in Telegram.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's playing with house money. If he's not playing with house money now, he will be playing with house money after the J2 lotteries pay out. Because that is a very significant amount outside of the evil address and the wow. Rip City Pulse sitting at 81. Tracy G in the is this the same Tracy G that's in our comments?
I would think so.
Hey, where do all these comments come from? Holy crap. I've been not paying attention. So Tracy G,
I'm seeing him now too. Sorry,
is Tracy G the same Tracy G as this one? Sitting on 83 fuel cells. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Crypto Sloth, who told me he is starting to take dark for dental procedures. He says that you can pay me in dark. He's sitting on a little stack there. And then, like I said, if they haven't registered, they're not going to show up here. So there's quite a few people with big stacks that just haven't registered on DeBank. Right. But I mean, damn, like this is crazy because this is what I see as the NOPE token here. Randy, let me go back.
Dude, wait, hold on real quick.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this comment while you're doing that. Patrick said he got flagged by X for liking one of Willie's posts, one of Wilhelm's posts. And Resident asked, really? And Patrick said, yep.
Oh, no.
Might have to do with the arm patch. And then Skrill said, yeah, he thinks that's the one he deleted. And Patrick said, probably a good idea. And he said, it wasn't a swastika, it was a stylized F. And he said, honest. And then, but dude, that's it. So keep going. I just
no, that's good to know because I have been reposting some of the Rings of the Reich messages, and we're gonna get shut down. Back-to-back streams, anything with AI, Metallica. How many streams are we doing today? Hey, how many streams do you want? We're here for the community. I don't get me wrong. I get euphoria. I get dopamine when the chart goes up, just like everyone else. Green candles affect me greatly, but we're here for if we take care of the community, the chart will take care of itself.
Exactly.
And as we've seen people dumping today for crazy prices and crazy amounts of DART that they've been offloading, the communities, obviously there's people out there that see value in it that are picking it up and thanking the dip gods. Foot Misogynex, no. I don't know if any of you guys actually watched me get my nose and ear waxed, but that was fun. Real gangsters will vaporize their fuel cells. I will beat you this time. I beat you this time, Squirrel. Oh, he did. You did beat him. LOL. Second stream caught me off guard. Wilhelm streaming.
Peter streaming.
Wieder streaming. Yeah, I watched the air waxing. There was like 2 or 3 people watching the air waxing. I thought,
oh, you really did it? I didn't know you did it.
In the world? So Willie is Wilhelm. I got it now. I'm with you guys. You guys
yeah. Willie's Wilhelm. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I might have to go back and get rid of that. Yeah. All right. Jeez Louise. We should have an NFT chart for sea creatures. This is something that was brought up in Telegram already.
Yeah.
I like this idea a lot because there are. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. There are 238,000 active fuel cells.
Yep.
So if you take obviously the evil address and mystery box out of the running, then yeah, it would be very, very interesting to see who's rocking the most and who's a Poseidon, who's a whale, and who's a dolphin and stuff in here. But like I said, we would have to get a good look of how many the evil address has and how much that one did, and we have to take that out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, we don't have to take them out of it, but we wouldn't count them as the leaders here.
Right.
That's very interesting. We should definitely
That's a
have
good idea.
someone
the leagues for the NFT for the fuel cells.
Yeah, because honestly, the fuel cells, like I said, if you look back here, Randy Hilarski's clear down here. He's clear down here.
Yep.
Right? So he's got quite a few above. But because Randy is rocking the fuel cells, over time, it won't show up in his account. It'll be earmarked in the treasury.
Earmarked, yeah.
But he'll have such a large amount of the treasury because him and 8090 have been just minting the hell out of fuel cells.
Yep.
8090 right here. These guys are going to end up having most of the earmarked stuff inside the treasury. So it would be very interesting to do the fuel cells because that's really going to show people where the tokens are migrating over time. So I don't know. I'm trying to say what I can say without saying too much.
Yeah.
But 1 million tokens is not a lot. And I'm going to come in here
and
vote for dark.
Yep, I'm going to do that again right now too.
Vote for dark and post it here. I'm going to vote for Hex, and I'm going to post that. Dude, Hex number. Well, I haven't refreshed this, but I will share. I'm just going to put it up here, and I'm just going to say, come on, hexagons. Let's get this to number 1. And shout out to Matt as well. He's got his whole family, all his family and friends logging in every day and voting for this.
Yep.
Voting for Dark and Hex and
Pulse.
Crypto, baby. So that's there, voted right there. And then of course the Carpe Diem pension, very cool project, just looking for a community. Like I said, he's been building his community really well, but at the same time, the most difficult thing to get in the world is attention, right? Getting people's attention, building community. You have to really give some people what they care about versus that. Now, this is interesting. It's got our volume, but it doesn't have our market cap. Oh, wait, this is Hex. Sorry. Hex is at a third of a penny. I think that this. Wait a second. So this is EHEX.
And yeah, you're on all.
Yeah, we need. Do we need PHEX up on here?
We sure do.
Crazy. So Hex is 3, Dark is 4, Carpe Diem is 5. Killing it on. I mean, look at these votes. Like in the last 7 days, we have 350 votes.
Yeah.
Now, Crypto Roasted. Those guys, I want to know what they're doing to get 800 votes from their community. And World of Rewards. Those guys, we got to take them down. Those guys are,
Yep. Damn straight.
they're a little too cocky to be on the front page.
Yeah, no way.
Blasting.
We got to beat them.
For sure. And actually, every time I shared this, it opened another X page for me. So again, this chart of the price is pretty fucking amazing, considering how much economic energy was poured into the jackpot and the treasury.
Yeah.
This go round. I would not be surprised if our bears this time don't line up with dumps, but line up with pumps. So you guys may be getting a chance to dump on a pump instead of dump on a dump. So here's the dump on a dump.
It's always fun, which is the way to do it.
Dumping on a pump. Well, yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys might be dumping on pumps because
Don't
we
dump
have
on dumps.
a whole month of good news coming out, I believe. And
yes,
something's got to give.
Just has to.
Like something's got to give. You look at Pulse, and like there's just what is this 1.46 36 DAI and wrap Pulse right here, but that one's going to show the price of DAI from there. So let's see. We'll go with the PulseX mix right here with 1.46 million in liquidity. That's a pretty good pair. But again, if we go to the daily chart and we zoom out, like the 622 days, wasn't it 622 days? This doesn't have the May launch on it. So PulseX wasn't paired until the 9th of June, according to this one. What was it paired with first? Was it paired with the DAI first?
I'm not sure. I don't recall.
This one's got 13 million.
Yeah.
It's USDC and wrap Pulse, so I got to flip the pair.
Yeah, USDC from Ethereum. Yep. Flip that.
Yeah, flip this pair.
Right there, yeah.
But yeah, if you look at this, actually this one, let me go back to the days. Oh yeah, you can see some nice stops from the SEC FUD and from other stuff on those shorter time frames. But yeah, here this one goes back to the launch in May.
Yeah.
So like May 19th. I thought it was like May 13th or 12th.
That's what I thought too, but
I could be wrong. This looks like the actual launch.
Yeah.
Right here, because it did go insane and then came right back down and stuff. And then of course this is clearly where the SEC sued Richard right here.
Yep.
Like
they thought climbing back up.
Boom.
Like, no.
And here's the Interpol. Boom.
Yeah.
And here's the ulti. Boom.
Boom.
So like I said, something's got to give. You can only have. I mean, we have a community of people that love
exactly
and are excited about the opportunities that Pulse Chain is going to give us.
Right.
As far as running a good, clean L1 without, all the fees and stuff. And when the fees get big, we expect Richard Hart or someone to fork it and get the fees down again.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, you can see the stuff. The chart tells a story.
Yeah, you can literally see when things happen on the chart identically. So, yeah, every chart tells a story. And this one says, obviously, when was this? This is 8th of March. So right around the beginning of March is when that FUD came out with SEC.
Right.
Boom. So here's March right here. This is a year right here.
Yep.
So we're not that far from a year from that, and it would be great if we got some good information. But it took XRP 3 years fighting the XRP.
Yep.
It's fighting
Fighting
the
SEC.
the
I mean,
SEC.
it's a totally different environment now, dude. I would totally think that's not what we see.
Yeah,
Especially
and
with
we've
the same
seen
attorneys. But
other
I mean,
cases get dismissed that are very similar on
Yep.
different accounts. So again, this is where we were. You know, triple
well, I'll be
O2.
right back. Right back.
Okay, we were at 0002 when the FUD came out. So if we just return to 0002, that is, let's actually measure that. If we go from where we're at right now up to where we were right here, 0002, that's a 310%. That's a 3x. So we're a 3x down from where the SEC came out right there. So it's a 3x right just back up to there. And then the SAC, I believe SAC is.
Yeah, how much up for SAC?
Wasn't SAC 3 zeros and a 6?
Well, it depends on it. I mean, it was like 3 zeros and a 1, but if depends on if you got any bonuses.
Okay.
But yeah, it was 10,000 coins per dollar, so 3 zeros and a 1.
Oh, so you're saying that SAC
rate was 3 zeros and a 1.
right here?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Because we're only 1x away from SAC price then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, it just needs it. So basically, we're down 50% from SAC, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. There's real interesting stuff to look at.
Very.
And where we might go when things clear up. So 238 would be a dolphin or a shark. Look at this. So he's already CryptoCat's crunching the numbers.
Doing some number crunching.
Well, I think we can do some simple math on stream. If we just take the we're going to take we'll take 238,000 because this number is not going to go any bigger for at least 33 days. It might go down if people vaporize, but God, I hope they don't vaporize and shoot themselves in the foot. But let's say this fast. So we got 238,000, right? And then we meant let's see, we had 67,000 with the evil address first one. And then we had 60,000 with the second one. And then what is it on here? We have, no, where did it go? Fuel cell. So the mystery box is sitting on 57.2. So let's minus that. 57.2. All right, so that leaves 53,867 fuel cells, right? And if you had 10% of this, you would be, is it 10%'s a Poseidon, 1%'s a whale, a tenth of a percent's a shark, and 0.0000% is a dolphin. So you can take this number right here, 53,867, and you
start
can
moving the decimal over.
Decimals. Yeah, and just move the decimals. So if you had 5,386 fuel cells, you'd be a Poseidon. If you had 538, you'd be a whale. If you had 53, you'd be a shark. And if you had 5, you're a dolphin. If you have 5 fuel cells, you're a dolphin.
Yeah, that's bananas, dude.
This is so crazy.
That's bananas.
5 fuel cells. Do we need to tweet that, man?
Yeah.
Holy cow. 5 fuel cells.
Is that
makes
right?
you a dolphin.
Is that
Yep.
right?
So a half of a fuel cell makes you a squid, kids.
Yeah.
So when I say you don't have enough fuel cells, Maybe you do. Holy shit. That's insane. Yeah, that's the quick maths right there.
Yeah.
It's probably wrong, but it's quick.
just like the contracts we were pulling up for P Dye.
Pete, I don't. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude. Years and years of analyzing contracts and being experts at pulling them up, and on stream we're two monkeys effing a football.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, he was right. If you look at the 238, that would be a dolphin shark.
Yeah.
If you considered, which I guess you could, like people do consider the OA in the to be the trident, and all the OA's addresses, it considers them to be the one Poseidon,
right?
But at the same time, I guess I'm putting it this way: if you're thinking about who you're competing with to sell, you don't have to you shouldn't have to worry about the evil address. I'm going to say that, and you shouldn't have to worry about the mystery box, because mystery box has not been selling. It's been like the giving. It's been like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like if you look at that there's a lot of dark coming out of the mystery box, not just for the competitions and the cool stuff that we have going on in Telegram, but just like there's some matching going on with the whales. I saw that where basically the whales were getting basically twice as many NFTs for locking it up. So I'm just saying, like five fuel cells right now makes you a dolphin.
Yep. It's just so crazy, dude.
Oh, are you tweeting this out, or I shut all my Twitter?
I'm pulling up.
So what's 5 times 25?
It'd be
125.
Yep.
So for $125 right now, you can't become one because you can't mint them.
That's true.
No one can raise index for 33 days. So in 33 days, if the price stays the same, which
but
I think when the minting window is about to open, we take the price and we say, this is the current price to become a whale. This is the current price, $125 to become a dolphin. If you had, minted.
Right.
Holy shiitake mushrooms, Batman. It's funny, when I launched my NFTs, minting one made you a shark, LOL. Minting one made you a shark. With fuel cells, the supply will change just like T-shares. Wow. Yeah, okay. Wow. I've never ever thought of a fuel cell like a T-share.
Right.
Because we were focused so much on the game of chicken from WhatsApp. I always looked at them as a WhatsApp NFT.
Right.
But the truth is as dark gets more rare, then it is harder to mint a fuel cell. So it's kind of like the T-share rate going up like it is in Hex. Like we're about to hit 40,000 Hex per T-share.
Right.
So in a way, as dark matter gets more rare and scarce, it may go up in value, and it's always going to cost 1-to-1, but it is kind of like a T-share. That's really interesting.
That's a very interesting way to look at it.
Dark shares, he says. Dark shares. And people are just dumping these dark tokens. Just dumping them for $20, $24, $22. We're at 2,666 right now.
Yeah.
In that one. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be crazy if the market continues to go down, what if someone pulled the liquidity on the SolidX pair? Oof. What if someone took that 113,000 out? Now, granted, there's still another 110, 120 out there. there's still plenty of money out there for those who wish to take a hit and get hosed. You know, if you want to drop them, you can drop them. But still, it's like, it's nice right now. It's nice to have this much liquidity right now, because a lot of people that want to put in small orders, $200, $300, $400, they're not really going to push the price against themselves right now.
Right.
But if the market continues to fall, I can see a lot of people, not just the mystery box, but other people just pulling their liquidity, because they're like, I'll make more money putting it in at the bottom and rising up than to basically just give all this economic energy to people that have quit playing the game.
Right.
So, I shouldn't be talking like this at all. Because I don't want to give anyone any like Easter eggs or hints or hope. You know, I don't want people to read between the line and not know what I'm saying. But and here's I'm traveling tomorrow. So if I stream tomorrow, it's probably going to be from the airport, like early in the morning. Well, I'm just.
Oh, you're leaving already? Yeah, that's right. You're leaving.
Yeah. Well, we're headed down tonight, and we're just going to grab a cheap hotel room, get some sleep, and so
in Vegas.
Yeah, and then we're going to be boarding super early. So if anyone wants to kidnap me, that's where I'll be tomorrow at 6. But anyways, like if I do stream, it'll be on my phone, right? As I'm sitting in the terminal with very, very poor service.
Yeah.
Or because I'm going to be traveling till like 2, 3 in the afternoon, and we have some. Yeah, I might stream when I hit the hotel, but probably not. Just saying.
We'll see.
There might be funner things to do in a hotel than
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I would think so.
No kids. I'm just going to leave that there. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, now we're talking like so I'm probably not going to be on my computer most of this next weekend. So I'll be with family and friends and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'll be watching the market, and I'll be streaming when I can. But if just the right information picks up, and the whole and Richard Hart's Hart's law rises pumps everything, just be ready. Like this,
some wild things could happen with everything that's happening in
we could see $10 dark. We could see 1 penny dark. Honestly, This is crypto. You can see anything.
Yeah, you can see anything.
You might get a better deal. You might get $10 dark. You might get something even cheaper. I have no clue. There's crazier black swan shit has come out of the woodwork to hit us before, right? So
you can also see some dark the other way.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, because I've been sitting there with my finger hovering over the buy button and thinking, how much powder do you? Because we're all supposed to be DCAing in, right?
Right.
But when a dip comes along that's so juicy that 80-90 is throwing 11 grand at it, it's like, well, shit, I missed that one. Because he throws another 11 grand, you're like, well, shit, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Like things can change really quickly. And we do have a lot of people that know about dark that have a lot of money. And most of them have sent messages to me through other people saying, we want to see that thick liquidity. We want to see locked, thick liquidity so they're not going to get rug pulled and get stuck. I get that. I totally understand that.
Right.
That's not where we are as a community right now.
Right.
We do have some whales in the community, but they're not your average screw over the market kind of whales. These have been really friendly, benevolent whales for the most part. Right?
Right.
Someday we might get the mean whales in here with more money, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Think about what it would be like to buy Bitcoin after its second dump. What was that? Did it go from like 10 cents back to a penny?
Yeah, it did.
Like
yeah.
The first super significant thing was like 10 cents
yeah.
is when people said, oh my gosh, I made a fortune off
It's a dime. Yeah,
I made a 10x because they came from stocks.
Right.
right? People came
Exactly.
from stocks and like options trading and
Yep.
forex, and they were like, "Man, if I can make 40% this year, I'm a king. I'm a god."
Right.
And
they
then
made
some of
thousands.
them messed around and 10x on Bitcoin with
Yep.
buying 1 penny Bitcoin and selling it at 10 cents. And they
Whoopsie.
were like, that the junkie was born.
Yeah.
No one could go back to trading a $30 call put on Tesla. They were
Yeah.
just like,
Right.
they're like, what is this?
Like, this is something
What
different.
is this? Yeah, it's like when crack hit the street, right? People were just used to like snort a little cocaine here or there and maybe smoking some PCP, and then crack came. And I remember one of my good friends in recovery was talking about the first time he smoked crack, and he said, I just remember thinking to myself, I want to feel this way forever.
Oh,
Like I never ever want to go back to feeling any other way but
Yeah.
this. That sense of euphoria
yeah.
and warm and gooey, and
Yeah.
it was so much. And that's kind of what when people like hit it big in crypto, they were like, I'm never going back. I'm never
Yeah.
going back to regular life.
Yeah.
Now that I know that this exists, I'm here. I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
hooked on crypto.
Well, dude, and I think I told you that on the stream earlier that I mentioned that the BlackRock CEO wanted to he basically put out it wasn't a tweet, but some news was put out that he's basically calling for the tokenization of all stocks and bonds. And obviously he doesn't run the stock market, but I mean the dude runs the stock market. Like the dude's got a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, I mean we saw
make everything crypto.
$20 billion roughly was invested into websites. 20 billion was invested into exchanges,
Just .coms, yeah,
and front ends and back ends, just to try and get a percentage off of this bull run.
Mm-hmm.
So in the bear market, $20 billion was spent. Don't you think some of these people were trying to like build fences around the stock market, build fences around exchanges, and trying to like monopolize and tighten down their control?
Of course.
And a lot of these people were betting on Kamala.
Sure.
A lot of these people were sending that money to Ukraine to get laundered. A lot of politicians were paid off. A lot of people bet on the wrong horse.
Yep.
They
sure did.
I'm still shocked that Trump won. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked
the vote too.
I'm still shocked that the voting machines and mail-in ballots allowed him to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like without getting too conspiratorial.
I mean, that just tells you how overwhelming the popular was.
Yeah, because it felt like they
and we're going to see a totally different Trump this time because you're not looking for re-election votes now. You can't get reelected, so you don't care about pissing off the other side now. You don't care about that.
Well, now really, what you're doing is you're hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, first of all, I want you guys to know, I'm a political atheist. I don't believe in government. I believe government exists, but I don't subscribe to the idea that another human being has the right to tell me how to live, that anyone can make a better decision for me than me. Right. Like I'm true blue, anarcho-capitalist, freedom-loving, crazy guy. Live in the hills, trade gold and silver, and raise our chickens or whatever. Yep. But considering the alternative that we had, and we had one chance. We had Ron Paul back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dr. No, the guy that voted against all the bullshit spending and recklessness in Washington. The only dude said end the Fed. That like the man back in the day that we had one dude that wasn't a psychopath as far as far as I could tell in Washington. And we blew America shit the bed on that one. They did not take the chance to like put a man with like a head on shoulders power at that point. Right. Yeah. But considering, like I said, you got Kamala and the Clintons and a bunch of other people that are just about as like you can just feel the evilness through the screen on these people. if we tee up, what's his name, JD Vance, if he tees up JD Vance for 8 years,
Yeah.
like we're thinking about hopefully having a golden age and a good economy and prosperity in the next 4 years. But just
Right.
imagine if we got 12 years.
Oh, dude. I was just talking about that earlier. I was saying if we get 12 years, dude, again, if it's just a little bit better than the last 4 years have been, then I think it continues. You know?
How about 100 dark for everyone watching now? And then Phaedra says Patrick is onto something.
Yeah, I got to jump real quick because I got to go get my little one.
D shares.
Just the other ones.
Go get them. Go get them. I'm going to wrap this up because we covered a lot of stuff that I didn't get to cover the first time, and really just the chart and being like just throwing out some vibes. The guys like, hey, you never know if you're going to get a good deal today or maybe even a better deal tomorrow,
right,
or a worse deal tomorrow. But I see a lot of people taking action and filling and going and getting the dark. Well, they can, and I'm inspired. I appreciate that. I think this community is the best damn community in crypto, hands down.
By far.
How many people are watching? There says there's 46, but StreamYard doesn't count the people that come in on Twitter and leave on Twitter.
Right.
So let's see, that'd be 4,600. That'd be 4,600 dark right now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
It'd be bananas.
You know what? There's got to be a way to have like the true blue, like ride or dies. Like how would you determine who the ride or dies are in dark, in Anti-Gravity Project?
Oh, I mean that's hard because I mean there's the obvious ones, right? Who are always in TG, but there's those that are liking posts, that are retweeting posts, that are that are doing liquidity. It's but it's we know the obvious ones. It's just how would we identify the true blues?
Patrick says, you know who we are. Yeah, I do know who you are. In fact, if you've read the book, you're a real one.
Yeah, that
read the first draft, 25 chapters, and you were like, hey,
that's undeniable.
23 and 24 is repeats. Yeah. You're a real one. If you read the same chapter twice, it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and
you're like, a real one. Ride or die, raise your hand. Steve Stash is a real one.
I gotta jump off. I gotta go get little one.
Go get the little one.
Love you guys.
I'll talk to you later today.
I'm
sure.
Sounds good, brother. See you guys. Love you guys.
Love you. Yeah, there were people like Steve Stash raising his hand, Patrick raising a Red Squirrel, definitely a ride or die. Patrick, CryptoCat, Ted Nelson. There's a lot of ride or dies up here, and Tracy G. Have we met at a concert or a conference or something? Because I mean, obviously your profile pic is not of a human, but you must know more, or maybe this is a pseudonym of someone else that's in crypto that's got a bigger following. Because that's interesting that you're up on that. That first of all, you're on the D-Bank. I'm guessing you're pretty into Randy's No Permissions. I think I've seen you in Randy's No Permissions as well. Interesting. No, there are definitely some super duper ride or dies going out, and a lot of people have made very, very significant contributions to Anti-Gravity Project. And so, yeah, Crypto Joe's, he's like, hey, I don't think it get worse than the last 4 years. It definitely cannot get worse than the last 4 years. I mean, I hope not. That would be horrible. Excuse me. Not on Twitter, but I can get us going on iFunny or LFunny. iFunny. What? Give me a link. Let's check that out. I'm new to the project, but quickly becoming a ride or die. I love the project. The real ones will read Rings of the Reich. You dork. That might be banned. You might have to go to the dark web to read Rings of the Reich. That one might. Good ones, yeah. Ride or die. I love it. I love it. You know what? Let's see here. We've got, what's the price at right now? 26, dude. 2666 is what it's reading against the dark and solid hex pair. And like I said before, if you dump something, that's your God-given right. I would never dare to tell someone where they could spend their money. I would never dare to tell someone who they could speak to or what they could say as far as freedom of speech. If you're dumping your dark, then that's anyone who wants to dump their dark. That's obviously that's your prerogative. And if you need the money, you need the money. We don't really know what's going on in people's lives. Death, cancer, hack, divorce. It happens to everybody. Eventually, one of those does. And so, and it's been a very long, cold winter bear market. It definitely has. A lot of people, myself included, are like, oh, well, these coins should be up again by this time. These coins should be up again. And they're not. They're not up. A lot of the coins that I'm heavily vested in are not up. And it's part of being a true believer, Now you're giving me ideas. Oh no. Protocols of the Elders of Dark. So that's, yeah. Protocols of the Elders of Dark. Good times. Yeah. So anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for coming on the second stream. You got my wheels cranking. You got my wheels cranking about the crypto league of the fuel cells and about the ride or dies.
What are you doing?
I'm just streaming.
Oh, hi. I'm out.
And she's gone.
What time are we leaving?
I don't know.
This is mine.
Don already. Yeah, that's your mango. Don already doxed that we would be in the Las Vegas airport at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So wear your anti-kidnapping clothes, whatever those may be.
I'll just beat him up.
Yeah, I've got security. You guys aren't touching me.
I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, we can beat you up. Our toilet seat can beat up your toilet seat.
Your ass can beat up anybody's ass.
What?
Your ass can beat up anybody's ass. Pull it up.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, I love you guys. I will probably be I might stream a little tonight. We'll see where the price goes. Also, it's nice to have some liquidity to sell into, and it's nice to have some liquidity to buy into. So might be a good idea, might not. Just no financial advice.
I'm still in it. Look.
Yeah.
Max has got long hair.
Yeah, this is what I would like. No, throw it on top of my head.
Okay, up here, higher.
Here.
Okay, there. Does that make it look like you have hair?
Not at all.
Oh.
All right. Well, this has been fun, folks. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that have blown me away. Steve Stash, Red Squirrel, Kate Fieger, Patrick, Ted Nelson, Ride or Die Hexagon, all sorts of people. There's the diehard Hexagon, Randy. There's a lot of people who have contributed so much to this ecosystem. Carpe Diem, Sealy, those guys. That there's definitely a list of ride or dies, and we'll see if we can work on that league as well, because that's a good idea. And a lot of you guys look in the mail for packages of posters and stickers and
Monday.
Other cool swags. Monday. We're thinking Monday or Tuesday. You guys should be getting those. But we love you. Come join us on stream. Chill with us. And let's see. I think we're in for a very, very interesting couple of weeks. All right. Peace.